Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another Thanksgiving recipe. I highly requested one at that. Y'all been asking me for this since August. It is a dressing recipe. Cornbread dressing recipe. Actually, it's a common recipe. I feel like a lot of people make this for Thanksgiving. So we're gonna hop right into the video. So first we are going to be starting off making our homemade chicken broth. You want to start off cutting up your carrots. I cut up 4 carrots into thirds, 2 celery stalks into thirds, 1 medium onion, then 2 pressed garlic cloves, whole garlic cloves. And then you want to use whatever part of the chicken you want to use. I like to use chicken thighs, but again, you can use whatever part of the chicken you want to use. I'm using 4 pieces of chicken thighs, then a whole pack of fresh thyme, and then you want to add in 8 cups of water. 8 cups of water, and then you're gonna add in your seasoning. So all I do is add in salt and pepper to taste, and then I add in 1 bouillon cube, just a whole cube, and that's it. You want to then cut your stove up high until it's boiling, and then once it starts boiling, you want to cut it down to a simmer, and then you're going to let that go for at least 4 to 5 hours. And once you finish making your broth, it's been 4 to 5 hours, you want to strain the juice out. And as far as the chicken, guys, you can shred the chicken up and put it in your dressing. I don't, because my mother, Nene, she don't want to be, not traditional. She want to be traditional. So she like a good cornbread sausage stuff. And I be trying to tell her, though, get with the chicken dressing. I mean, let's be different for a change. You know what I'm trying to say? Nene don't want to be listening to me. Let me stop playing before YouTube get me killed and I won't have no Thanksgiving. Ma, if you're watching this, I am literally just playing. But if you want to use the chicken, again, you can shred it up as I'm doing here, but I'm going to set my chicken to the side because I'm going to make me some chicken noodle soup later. So let's get on to making our sausage dressing. So now that we have our broth, we want to dice up 1/3 of a cup of celery, and then we want to dice up 1/3 of a cup of yellow onion. But you can also put however much celery and onions you want in it. I prefer that amount. But once you have your celery diced up and your onions diced up, you can also add peppers to it. I don't, but you can do it. It's your dressing, okay, sis? Do whatever you want to. You want to then saute your vegetables in 3 tablespoons of butter. 3 tablespoons of butter. Once you add your vegetables to it, you're going to let that simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then once it's been 2 to 3 minutes, we are then going to add in our Jimmy Dean sausage, guys. I use the regular, but it has a lot of different flavors, hot, mild. I just use the regular 16-ounce Jimmy Dean, as you can see, the little sausage roll. And I'm going to let that cook just like how we do our beef or our turkey meat. Just go ahead and let that brown. I'm also going to add in some seasonings. I'm going to add in some salt, some pepper, and with salt and pepper, guys, you always know it's season to taste. But you want to add in some salt, some pepper, some rosemary leaves. If you have fresh rosemary, I prefer fresh, but I ain't gone Thanksgiving shopping yet. Thanksgiving shopping, that's the week before Thanksgiving, and it ain't the week before Thanksgiving. So I'm using the dried rosemary. So the rosemary leaves, some thyme, some dried thyme, and then that's it. You want to mix that together. We're going to let that brown, and then we're going to come back later so I can show you what it's looking like. Okay, so now our meat has brown. We got that juice. Y'all see that juice on the side? We want that juice. We're going to pour that juice. Save that juice. We're going to pour that juice into the dressing. And now we're going to move on to our cornbread. So this is the cornbread from the Jiffy's box. I'm using that cornbread. You can make homemade cornbread if you want to, but I ain't nothing wrong with using the cornbread box. I know a lot of people do that for Thanksgiving. And once you have your cornbread ready, we are going to crumble up the cornbread. This is also something that you can let your kids do. I know for me, I let my niece do little stuff to feel like she helping out in the kitchen. So go ahead and let them little kids mix up the cornbread. Just make sure they wash their hands first. And once that's mixed, you then want to assemble everything together. So we got our cornbread that we, finely grated with our hands or with a fork. And then we're going to add in that cooked sausage with the juice, guys. With the juice. We want the juice. We save that juice for this. So we want to add in the sausage with that celery and that onions. It smells delicious, guys. And then we're going to add in 1 whole can of the cream of chicken soup and then 1 can of the cream of celery soup, guys. And then we're going to add in 2 beaten eggs, guys. And then we're going to add in some seasonings. We add in salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, rosemary leaves, thyme leaves, sage leaves. Was that it? Oh, did I say onion powder? Okay, I got the ingredients listed below. Oh, some poultry seasoning, and you don't want to be heavy-handed on that poultry seasoning. Some parsley, and of course some sugar, guys. And for seasonings, you want to just start off, like I always say, start off with a 1/2 teaspoon of the seasoning. Once everything's mixed together, then you want to taste it, and if it needs more, adjust it. Okay, so I can't really tell you how much seasonings I use. As you saw, I just was, until my ancestors said stop, I kept going. So once that's mixed all around, you then want to add in that homemade broth, guys. When you add in this broth, you ain't gonna never want that little store-bought broth ever again, because this homemade broth got some killer flavors in it. Okay, so we want to add 1 cup of the homemade broth into our mix, and I add it in a little bit at a time. You can go ahead and dump it in all at one time if you want to, but I like to add it in a little bit at a time. Once that's all mixed together, you gonna smell it, you gonna taste it, everything gonna look good, everything gonna taste good. You ready to put it in your casserole dish, guys. So I already have my white casserole dish that y'all all know I got from Walmart. No, I didn't. I got this from, I'm lying, guys. I got this from, I don't know. I got it from somewhere. And you want to make sure, as you saw with mine, your stuff is really, really, really mixed together, because it can be sneaky. You got to make sure everything's mixed together. But you want to go ahead and put that in your casserole dish. I got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. Then I'm going to place some tinfoil on top to seal in all those flavors. Everything just going to be sealed in. And we want to bake this for about 45 minutes, guys. And the last 10 to 15 minutes, you want to go ahead and take that tinfoil, remove it, because you want to have a little bit of brown on top. So we're going to put this in the oven for 45 minutes, and I'm going to come back and let you know what it's looking like. All right, guys, we made it 45 minutes, and our dressing is done. Look at her. Look at her. Y'all know I'm going to dive in, and y'all know I'm going to let y'all see what it's looking like inside. But I just want y'all to take a good look at the top. I mean, if y'all was in the house, it smelled absolutely delicious. But of course, the best part is digging into the stuffing. So I'm digging into that stuffing, and I want y'all to see what it's looking like on the inside. Baby, ma'am. Wait a minute. What? Is that gravy, player, across the Himalaya? I know that's that gravy. You better put some gravy up on that dressing. You cannot eat dressing without gravy, guys. It's an insult to your taste buds. You gotta drench it in gravy, and then put your turkey got to be like real close to it too, so everything could like be all together with the turkey and the gravy and the dressing. Everything gonna be looking good. Look at the inside. You got your sausage, your celery, your broth. I can't wait for Thanksgiving, y'all. I really cannot. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys are washing your hands, and I will see you guys at my next Thanksgiving video.